Hey everybody, what's up y'all? Welcome back to the channel. TammyTalks here. Let's talk Summerhouse, Martha's Vineyard, episode 5, Jamaican Me Crazy. If you're brand new to the channel or if you are a returning viewer and you have not yet subscribed, I hope this is the video that changes your mind. All right, y'all, let's get started. So, Silas, it picks up where the last one left off, where Silas and Bria are going back and forth. She's screaming, you're controlling. He is struggling to say, you're manipulative. You're manipulative. You're a little manipulative. Because somebody pointed out, and I thought it was just me, but somebody did point out in the comment section, he was not saying manipulative the correct way. So Preston is like, all of y'all are dumb. This is stupid. Preston says in his confessional, two things can be true at once. Silas is controlling. Bria is manipulative. Both are true. Call it a truce and be done with it. Jasmine is yelling at Bria, stay in your room. Go to your room. Stay up there. Girl, I would have gotten so far up Jasmine's ass. Who are you talking to like that? Bria's, and we don't even like Bria, but Bria's not a child. Who are you to tell somebody stay in your room? Girl, what? What? So Nick and Amir take Bria a plate, and she's up there perfectly fine eating like normal. Bria gives me the vibe that she just wants attention. She just wants attention. Silas should have never took his bald-headed ass up there to talk to her in the first place. That wasn't your place to talk to her. It wasn't. But the way that she sat up in that bed and just started eating like nothing was going on, like what? 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 So Bria then calls Simon and she's telling him, I got into it with everyone. And I agree with Silas when he says later that Bria is kind of tainting Simon's view of everybody. But I mean, that's her dude, so that's what she's gonna do. So Jason is like, let's just have a conversation about it and move past it because I'm irritated now. Jason, you ain't been there but a hop, skip, and a jump. You don't have no say so on what goes on. You don't have no say so on what goes on. So Jasmine wants to have a vote about how long guests can stay. They all decide to vote that a good amount of time for a guest to stay a significant other is for 3 days. Fine. If everybody votes on this, fine. Fine. But I say this. This rule should have been established before everybody got to the house. If there is a season 2 of this show, y'all need to keep the same energy that everybody's guest stays 3 days. Bria then decides to stay after all this. Girl, you weren't gonna leave anyways as much as we want you to. You weren't gonna leave. So they're all in the hot tub, and we find out that Summer likes a mirror. And they finally blur out the Coopers having sex. It took till episode 5 and 5 sex scenes for y'all to finally blur them out. We got so sick of seeing Silas's ass in black and white, but they finally blurred it out. They need to be voting on sex in the house. And it actually makes me wonder, do y'all think Silas and Jasmine are really having this much sex? Or do y'all think that they are doing this because they're in that house? Because I think they're putting on because they are the only married couple in this house. And I think that Jasmine is as loud as Jasmine is because she wants everybody to hear, because that is her way to, in her mind, sit on top of the heap as we're the king and queens of the house. Like, y'all, I don't think that they have this much sex. I just don't. They've been there, what is it, day 7 or 8? And they're not having that much sex typically. So the next morning we find out that Jason said he has some real stuff going on back at home. He has a 3-month-old baby, Rain. So him and the baby's mother, they were trying to make it work as co-parents. They were trying to make the relationship work. It didn't. So now they're going to co-parent. So he's ready to get back out there and sow his wild oats. All right. The next morning, Nick goes to check on Bria. Bria said that Simon is planning a whole dinner for everyone and they're judging him. Nobody has judged him, though. You have Bria clearly has some type of insecurity regarding Simon being white coming into this house of Negroes, right? But nobody said anything about him. Nobody judged him. You projected that on the Silas, which really wasn't fair. Really wasn't fair. So she then says that if Simon leaves after 3 days, she will too. Girl, bye. We've been ready for you to go, Bria. So you didn't even have to make that threat. I don't think they're gonna care. Jasmine goes to see Jordan. Jordan looked irritated, which Jordan always looks irritated with Jordan. Have y'all noticed that? For them to be as close as they are, Jordan, 9 times out of 10, when Jasmine comes and sits in front of her or they're having a conversation, Jordan looks irritated with her. Jordan looks irritated just in general. Maybe she just has resting bitch face. But Jordan specifically always looks like, whenever Jasmine comes to talk to her. So it is Jordan's 1 year anniversary of her celibacy. And Jasmine's like, what are we going to do to celebrate? Let's do it. And Jordan's like, we just going to go to brunch. The guy, the girls impressed him. And she's like, I did invite Bria. She's like, so I need y'all to like be cool, just chill while we're at brunch. Jasmine is like, well, let's just make sure it's not about Bria and it's about you. No, Jasmine, you make sure that the focus stays on Jordan. Jordan's not gonna bring up Bria. Bria's not going to bring up you. Why hasn't Jasmine been voted out yet? So, um, Jasmine is getting dressed and she said that the respect is now gone. She does not have to engage with Bria and that Simon will be lucky if she greets him. That's rude because Simon has done absolutely nothing to you. And you never had respect for Bria in the first place. You've never had respect for their relationship. You said that in the confessional on episode 1 that of course you don't respect her relationship. It's not a marriage. You don't even like your marriage. You're struggling being a married woman. You don't know your identity being a married woman. And that's why you say it all the time. You're trying to convince yourself that you're happily married. So we are at brunch. And Preston asked Bria how she's doing. Bria said she's great, feeling great. And Preston said, you know what? We are all happy to meet Simon. Bet. So Jordan explained why she is celibate. We've heard part of this story already, but she had a very bad breakup to a situationship that she had going on. And she said that, initially her goal was to save her coochie cookie for the next guy that she's in a relationship with. But she now feels like that could be a very long time from now. So she has decided that, you know what, I might go out and treat myself to a little bit of something. Might go out and treat myself. And Jasmine just looks disgusted. Jasmine is disgusted. So Jasmine is like, I just want you to find someone. So Jasmine is one of those annoying girls that thinks that everybody should be married because she is. Jasmine thinks that everybody should be in a relationship because she is. I have friends like that. That shit is overly annoying. That shit is extremely annoying because you're projecting what you want for yourself onto others. So Summer then talks about her last breakup. She gets emotional about that. Jordan tells Summer that she sees, something sparking in Alex with them. Alex has really been paying all the ladies dust for real, but he's taking an interest to Summer. When they get back to the house, Summer takes that information and she goes to talk to Alex. They're talking about meditation and how, they whole body be vibrating and everything when they're meditating. Okay, y'all. Cool. Alex feels like he has finally found somebody in the house that he can vibe with because she's into meditation and poetry and all the same type of stuff that Alex is into. So they're at this party. Summer threw a reggae party. So she had a Jamaican cook come in. Jasmine can't handle the spice. Amir's ass, who ain't never had nothing with seasoning, he can't handle the spice. Meanwhile, Silas is like, we always have spice in my house. Okay. Okay, Silas, whatever. We don't care. I don't care. So they start playing truth or dare. And I feel like as adults, playing truth or dare, it just always ends up with somebody like fucking. Always. Truth or dare as an adult, you're either going to be drunk or somebody's gonna have their tongue in your mouth. So the first dare is Nick is dare to jump into the pool fully clothed. If you don't take the dare, you have to take a shot. He was like, "In my purple label, no, honey." I said, "Nick, you can get them clothes wet." So he takes the shot instead. Summer gets dared to twerk on someone. She twerks on Nick. So Alex was like in his confession, I think she just wanted to throw me off the scent. She really wanted to twerk on me. And I was like, okay. She probably just, didn't get the memo that Nick has a girlfriend because he was probably in her DMs too. Amir gets dare. Oh, so Summer twerks on Nick. After that, now Nick's blood is rushing. So he goes and jumps into the water. I said, ain't that some shit? All right. Amir gets dared to give Jordan a striptease. Jordan looks repulsed by him. I did like that he asked for consent first. Kudos. So Jordan is on the couch like, oh, like scared. And I'm like, what is going on here? Jordan don't like that man. And it's clear as day to see. And I wish Amir could see it for himself. She don't like you, Amir. And that's okay, baby. But she don't like you. So, then he like ended it by like jumping on her lap. It was a lot. It was a lot going on. Preston gets dared to kiss Bria. Bria was like, where? I was surprised that Preston didn't ask for consent. Like, I feel like Preston, he asked Mariah if he could hug her. So maybe he did and I didn't hear it. So he kisses Bria on the neck. And I thought it was going to be like a little peck, but it was like a kiss. And Bria said it felt like he was eating the box. I said, oh. Mm. Why would you say that and you were in a relate? Whatever, Bria. So Summer then gets dared to kiss Alex. She's like, I'm going to put the ball in his court. Alex was like, you can kiss me. She gives him a real quick, just a real quick, like the type of kiss that I feel like when we used to play truth or dare or like spin the bottle as kids. She gave him that type of kiss. So Alex then dares the Coopers to reenact the sex sounds that they were making that night that everybody keeps hearing. So Jasmine's ass gets up and starts like making sounds. They weren't like the real sexual sounds, but it was like, Jasmine, that was really to call y'all out. It wasn't because they wanted to hear. Silas turns around because he's embarrassed. Y'all know good and goddamn well that everybody heard y'all. Simon in his confessional claims, I didn't know how thin the walls were in this house. I don't want other men hearing my wife moan, but you don't care if other men hear you moaning and having sex. So we see them having sex again. Again, we got a 2 for this episode. And because they're trying to be quiet, Simon said that Jasmine not making noise is an instant turnoff. She asked him if he's serious. She wasn't going to get to bust her nut. He wasn't going to bust his either. Good. Hopefully, we don't have to hear them have sex or see them have sex the rest of the episodes. So the next morning, the guys, minus Preston and Silas, go out to lunch. Everybody else is out shopping. So the guys are all talking about who they like, whatever, whatever. Jason is saying how he just wants to be a little more intentional with like who he gets in a relationship with because he does have a 3-month-old. It's a real brand new baby. It's a real brand new baby. There's still a chance you can get back together with that ex. So you shouldn't be looking into a new relationship now anyways. So Alex tells Amir that Jordan does not seem to be reciprocating his efforts. He don't like that for him. Jordan doesn't like him. And I thought it was obvious. How is it obvious to the viewers, but Amir can't feel that in real life? But I think Amir is so used to women liking him and sliding into his DMs and not really having to chase women, that this is foreign to him. So while they're out shopping, Jordan said that, Amir is a dud. That is it. She don't like him, and that's okay. Jasmine is like, well, I'm just focused on my friend having what she wants. Jordan immediately gets activated and irritated. What do I want? Jasmine is like, well, you want, a lifelong partnership with someone. You want a relationship. And Jordan is like, yeah, but I'm not in a rush to get that. Jordan wants Jasmine to understand that she is okay being single. She said, I'm fine sitting at home on my couch and watching TV and making myself food and getting myself my own drink and doing all of that type of stuff. I just don't feel like Jordan does not feel that her life has to revolve around or be defined by having a husband. Jasmine's making all these faces. What? What? Because Jasmine is taking that personal when she shouldn't. She shouldn't. Jordan isn't saying that nobody should want that to be their life. She's saying that for her, she is fine being in the space that she's in right now and not being in a relationship. That's all she's saying. But see, Jasmine, for whatever reason, just cannot accept that. So Jasmine is like, well, I just feel like I can't speak my piece without being judged. Jordan said, I don't think that you're judging, but you are projecting what you wanted out of your life and what you think a life should be onto others. And Jasmine absolutely is projecting. She is, whether she realizes it or not, whether she wants to admit it or not. Jasmine is projecting 1,000%. So when they get back home, everybody is getting dressed so that they can, get ready to go out for Bria's night with Simon. And Jordan and Jasmine are having conversations with different people about their conversation. So Jordan is telling Preston how Jasmine is trying to like force a relationship on her, force a marriage on her. And I'm sorry, not Bria. Jordan says in her confessional that Jasmine is like that mother that's like, when are you going to get married? When are you going to have kids? When are you going to do this? And that's just not where Jordan is in life right now. She's not. If it happens for her, it happens, but it's not something that she wants to do right now. Jasmine on the other hand feels like it's awkward being the only married girl out of the group. And like it wouldn't be if you weren't making it awkward for everybody. Jasmine came into this wanting everybody to fuck, wanting everybody to hook up, wanting everybody to leave with a lifelong relationship because her and Silas met in Martha's Vineyard, I believe, right? Did they meet Martha's Vineyard? But because they like got engaged in Martha's Vineyard and all this other stuff. She is projecting. You're making it awkward for yourself. So she said that she feels that everything that she says comes off as if she is casting judgment. And damn it, because you are, Jasmine, you are judging everybody. Whether you're going to be real about it and admit it or not, you are judging everyone. So Simon comes in to meet everybody. He seems very nice. He brought in an expensive bottle of tequila. So now everybody's like, all right, you the man. Kudos for this. I'm like, people really get, excited about liquor. So they're out at the dinner. The dinner is very nice, very laid out. You can tell that Bria wants to show that they have money. We have the Blue Klux champagne. I know I said it wrong. But we got the champagne. We have this. You guys order whatever you want. If you want a cocktail, that's fine. Like, it's a very nice, elegant party. Bria and Simon are passing out gifts. They gave everybody $800 watches. I would have been like, wow, thank you. It very much comes across as, I want to try to buy your friendship while showing you how wealthy I am. That's how it came across. Do I think that he does not really, do I think that they're really in love? I do. They seem like they have a very genuine chemistry about themselves. A very strong chemistry between the two of them. But I didn't like the fact that they gave out those expensive gifts. And then Silas and Jasmine, because Bria never gave them a wedding gift, they each got $1,200 Versace watches. It very much came across as I'm gonna come drop a shit ton of money so now I can stay the whole week. That's what he gave to me. So Silas is in the confessional and was like, Simon's all right with me, y'all. He's cool. Yeah, you're one of us now. Yeah. Because your simple ass got bought by a watch. No, Simon's ass still needs to leave in 3 days like y'all voted on. So Silas then gives a speech about being a union. And there's nothing wrong with being in a union. There's nothing wrong with having your person and having a relationship and somebody that got you and you got them and Jordan, it's really Silas trying to help Jasmine. Jordan clocked that it was mainly directed towards her. So now she got the stank face back again. And then Jasmine was like, and it can also be very isolating in a group. So Jasmine said that while, Silas loves being a husband and being in a marriage in a group, she is struggling with it and it's not easy for her. And she gets emotional. She gets emotional and she starts crying. And Preston is like, what is going on? Silas is looking like, what? I just, I can't. I can't. I made the same face that Jordan made at the end. What are you crying for? What are you crying for? It really comes across as Jasmine is not really into being married now that the pandemic is over. Now that the pandemic is over and Jasmine has to be married in the real life, she can't take it. She doesn't like it. She doesn't know what to do with it. Like, oh God. Oh God. And then we see next week's episode looks like Jasmine gets wasted and we gonna see the real turn up, and then Shanice gets into that hot tub naked with Simon, and Bria's upset. But now y'all said that y'all said that Shanice was the turn up girl. Y'all been saying how Shanice is such a good time. This is what she does. So if you have not already, don't forget, subscribe to the channel, thumbs up the video, hop in the comment section, y'all, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace.